Large language models like ChatGPT, Bing Sydney model, or Google Bard have been making headlines lately. But how do these models actually work? From gathering data to generating text, let's actually dive into the basics of machine learning and language models. So let's start with machine learning 101. To understand how LLMs work, we first need to understand how machine learning works in general. Machine learning models are essentially a prediction tool. Similar to how our brains predict outcomes based off past experiences, these models learn from data and can be trained to work for specific domains or become even more general purpose. Now let's talk about creating machine learning models. This is a little bit more nerdy and a little bit more scientific, but creating powerful ML models from scratch is an incredibly specialized discipline. However, many data scientists and ML engineers use existing open source models to extend their functionality. So, oops, cat's out the bag. They're not usually building it from scratch. They're just building on top of it. They're iterating, tweaking the algorithm, and it's really all part of science to make it better long term. Now let's talk about the language model.
What the did you just say?
Language models are just ML models that work with text data. You train them on a corpus of text, and you can use them for a variety of tasks like answering questions, summarizing or transcribing something. I mean, it's just really probability distribution over words or group of words. Just think of it's a lot of math, but it's using words and trying to put it together to make sense out of it. Neural networks are much more complicated algorithms, and they are used for large language models. They're armed with more ergonomic representation of words and complex, and neural networks can learn all sorts of important stuff about text, semantics, relationship between words, which are important, which is more or less what makes ChatGPT so special. It's able to take words, combine them, and really figure out the relationship between these to actually give you an output that's actually valuable, compared to when you ask Siri something and it just tells me how tall the Eiffel Tower is. So then let's go into large language models. We kind of covered the basis here. So ChatGPT and other LLMs, they're basically really large language models. They're built on layers and layers of advancements from past decades, including, word-to-vec models, LSTM models, RNN models, transformers, the list goes on and on, guys. These models generate entire paragraphs of text while playing the word guessing game. With the entire written internet as its context, LLMs can produce sentences that rarely deviate from something normal in a way that older models can never do. This is why ChatGPT is so mind-blowing. These models actually understand the answers that they're giving, and answering that part is math, part philosophy, and part semantics. So, in conclusion, LLMs are complex, but their underlying mechanics are not complicated as they may seem. Machine learning models are essentially a prediction tool, and language models are just machine learning models that work with text data. And with the entire written internet as context, what do you guys think? Do you have any questions? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to know more, you guys know where to go. Check out the entire blog post where I go into detail over at techdad.pro, where we actually dive into how machine learning and data scientists and artificial intelligence, how they're all different, but all in the same category in some shape or form. That's all I got for you now. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. Check out.